right there. All right, there's one here too. Okay. Hey guys, hope this video finds you well. If you read the title of this video, seen the thumbnail, you know we're going turkey hunting. It's been a great season. You know, all in all, it's been just incredible. Early season was a little slow. Yeah, I went out a whole bunch of times, really just to say that I did. But the weather was just cold. It was gray, overcast, rainy, windy, and just not very comfortable to turkey hunt in. But also just not optimal turkey hunting weather to begin with. They're not going to move that much. But around here in Ohio, the turkey hunting really seemed to fire up for me around May 8th, 9th, right in there. And I ended up getting my bird on the 11th. I went hunting for 4 days in a row, all day long, 4 days in a row. It was like a marathon turkey hunt. I'll say that. I had a lot of crazy hunts. And this first one you're gonna see here was definitely, probably the wildest, I'd say. I spent most of my early morning hours climbing up this hill. We call it the Oak Flat because it's really steep, and then you get to the top and it's pretty flat. And there's some log roads that crisscross it, and there's a ton of oak trees up there. And this is why we call it the Oak Flat. But I set up there about 11 o'clock or so one morning because I was thinking the birds, the gobblers, they might be strutting their wings, trying to get hens to come up to them up on them log roads, or they'd be scratching around in the leaves and stuff looking for grubs to eat. And I was not really wrong, not really right, because they were doing that. They were just on the hill across from me. And I threw out a couple of calls right before I was getting ready to pack it in for the day. And sure enough, pow, one went off 400 yards that way. I think it's safe to say the turkeys ended up outsmarting me that time. They put me in a bad position. Kind of put myself in a bad position, but however you want to look at it. But it was definitely a crazy hunt, man. They were firing off left and right. And you guys gotta check it out. I'm gonna call again, see if he gobbles again. Okay, all right, we got a chance set up. I got 3 gobbles at once. They're killable. Okay, boys. Okay. I think they're about 200-300 yards that way. Yeah, I probably couldn't pick it up on camera. But yeah, they're a couple hundred yards away from me. Okay, this is real now, boys. I think there's 3, maybe 4 gobblers. They're getting slightly closer. They're so slightly getting closer now. Oh my gosh, dude. There's birds all over these woods in front of me. All over. I think they're about 100 yards away from me. Just in that brush. there's one here too. Okay. We're still in the game. We're still in the game. Okay. Okay. Why are you up there? What are you doing up there? This one's to my right, up there. Are so hot right now. Watch this, I bet they gobble. They want me so bad, but they're up there. I don't know how or why they got up there, but they got up there. Okay, somehow they got behind me. So I'm making a really risky, ballsy move right now. And I'm repositioning over here. Maybe that way they'll come to me. Okay, yeah. I hope to God they can't see me. Thank God for brush. Here's what's been happening. When I first heard him gobble at 11:50, that was an hour ago. I was up top, way up top that hill. I thought for sure they wouldn't come through all this brush and hills and stuff, but they did. I set up down here in this bottom because that was the closest I could get to them without spooking them off. Somehow they ended up behind me. Now they won't come back down through the brush. Closer to me, man. Creek noise will cover my noise for a little bit here. I still can't see them. They can't see me, but I can't see them. It goes both ways. Shoes off. Well, that was awesome. Got the blood pumping, and it was like an hour straight of gobbling, just crazy. I think the hunt might be over now. They started gobbling up here on the hill in front of me, and then somehow like a minute later they ended up behind me. I don't know how, but they did. And now, I mean, I had to reposition a little bit, and they might have made me. I'm not sure, but they shut up a little bit. So I'm just gonna set up in this new spot here. Looks pretty good, and I'll see what happens. You know, maybe I'll see something, maybe I won't. Yeah, love being out here, man. It's great. Man, wasn't that something? I mean, that's what it's all about right there. Fortunately, that's just the nature of the beast sometimes when it comes to turkey hunting. You know, they'll be gobbling back and forth, and then they'll shut up, or sometimes they'll hang up, which is what happened to me. Somehow they got behind me. I'm still curious about that. I don't know. It wasn't exactly anything I did wrong or right, but I think it was just set up. and I set up wrong. You know, I thought I could outsmart him, but you can't really do that. And the next hunt you're gonna see is the hunt where I actually did end up killing my turkey. But you'll see the same kind of theme here. I tried to outsmart the turkeys, but they're too smart for that. You know, they're such an incredibly smart and wary animal that it's very hard to do that. And so what I ended up doing today on this hunt was I tried to meet them up top that hill, the same hill that they were at. I thought if I can get up there, I'll beat them there and they'll just come right up to me. And in theory, that's a great idea, right? Well, I get up there real early, started waiting around. Gets to be about 8:30 in the morning, sure enough, boom, one fires off. But they're down in the bottom now. I'm like, what? Why are you down in the bottom? You should be up here. And what happened was almost the same kind of thing. They came into about 75 yards, 100 yards, and they were just firing off like pow, 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 but they wouldn't come any closer than 100 yards. You know, it might not even have been my fault. There could have been like a down log they just didn't want to come over, which happens with turkeys. They're very picky like that sometimes. So I ended up playing a little bit smarter than I did in the hunt you just saw. I backed out, and a little bit later in the day, I ended up setting up in a field.
We're about to set up in this big gas line. Up there's the top. It's like probably 75 yards that way, 100 yards away, down to the bottom. But I'm on the same level as the turkeys were yesterday. So I think maybe I might have beat them up here. I'm hoping that it'll save them the work of having to come down the hill till they just come right at me. But it's about 7 o'clock, maybe 6:45. And I think I got a long wait ahead of me. I think it's gonna pay off if I'm patient enough. So I get to sit here and watch the sunrise. It's one of the benefits of turkey hunting, man. It's awesome. Nine o'clock, almost on the dot, which is just like I thought it would be. And there we go, there's another gobble. I threw out a call. I got a response down that way, and then this one's going off like crazy behind me. So I think they're gonna come up my way. That's the plan, at least. So stick with me here. Hopefully we can get ourselves a bird. There's two of them now. It's been an hour and a half. They've been hung up in the same spot for an hour, just like yesterday. This time I'm playing it a little bit safer. Moving down the hill more. But I'm moving to a field where I know I've seen turkeys before. I feel like they'll have a better time coming there.
So this is the same day, just a little bit later in the day. I think it was maybe 11:30, no, 10:30. I think it's 10:30. And I ended up just setting up in this field where I knew there was gobblers, right? I knew there was birds in here before. I've seen tracks. I called in a hen to the same spot. And I set up there because I heard a gobble way off in the distance. And I'm like, screw it, you know, it's late in the day. I'm hungry, I gotta go to the bathroom. You know, I'm tired. I'm glad I didn't head in because I ended up getting another gobble, this time a little bit closer. So I'm like, okay, okay, I'll stay out here a little bit longer as long as he's gonna keep coming in. And sure enough, he fired off about 75 yards to my left, just right across the creek and up the hill a little bit. But it sounded like he was gonna come in from the front of me, which is, you'll see in the video, I was set up to shoot him right here in front of me. I had my camera pointing that way, and I was gonna get like picture perfect footage. Well, just like what happened the last 3 times, you can't predict what turkeys are gonna do. You just can't do it, I don't think. And he ended up circling up behind me, right? So I'm sitting here with my gun on my knee, waiting for him to come in. And I heard a gobble to my left, another one, a little bit closer, but it sounded like he was starting to circle to my left behind me. And the whole time I'm thinking, uh-oh, what am I gonna do? I don't have time to reset up, to reposition myself. I'm facing this way. If he comes from behind me, I don't have any cover from behind me. And so what I did was I turned my hat backwards, like this, because the camera was right here. And I'm thinking maybe that'll cover my neck, I don't know. And I did that, and sure enough, about 5 minutes later, like 5 yards behind me, like I'm not kidding, he was like right there where that tree is. He was that close to me. And I was like, uh-oh, what do I do? Because I'm looking this way, he's that way. No way he's gonna come, right here and walk in front of me. And then no sooner as I'm thinking that, he starts clucking, which means he's alarmed. You'll hear it in the video. He started clucking, and he starts heading off. I could hear it getting incrementally farther and farther. So I knew that he was worried. He had seen me, but he didn't know what I was. But he's like, I'm not gonna take my chances. So he started heading off. This is what I did.
Quit moving. Hey, quit it. Come on. You dead? You good? Oh my God. I can't even stand up. Oh my God. That just happened. Holy crap. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you, God.
So he kind of spotted me. He wasn't sure. I'm like, okay, I only have one option. I got off my chair, I swung around, and boom, dropped him. And he's over there right now. We're about to go check him out.
But here he is, boys. We got our 2025 gobbler. He's not the biggest one in the world, but you know what? I'll take him. I'll take small birds all day long, man. Especially after the hunt we had, the days of hunting that we've had. Man, it's just a great feeling. And I'm so grateful to be able to come out here and chase down these birds, because they're so hard to hunt that you really got to be on your game to be able to harvest one. I'm grateful to God for the opportunity to be out here. I'm grateful for Him blessing me with this wonderful animal. We're gonna be eating good tonight. I'll tell you that much right now. We're gonna be eating good tonight. If you guys made it this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. Maybe give a comment or two. It really helps me to get my content out there on the YouTube algorithm. I had a great time making this video. Took a lot of work, but I'm proud of the hunt that I had, and I'm just grateful to be out here. And I encourage all of you guys to get out in nature if you can. Doesn't have to be hunting, you go for a hike. But thank you guys, and if you enjoyed, stay tuned. I'll be making more content, And if you're interested in watching some fishing videos, go ahead and watch this video here and maybe this one over here. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take it easy.